This is my audio for the bass guitar for Even If I Tried. And what I've done is I had the original audio track, which is this one. Um, and well, it's all three of these really, but basically I had the original track, and what I did is certain sections I cut up the track and sort of found the best singular version of a certain bit that was being played. Like this bit here, uh, this gets repeated and played constantly, so it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there, and so on. For the whole of sort of the intro and the verse, and then later on as well during the verse here and things. And so what I did is I found the best part of this being played, the best version of that singular bit being played, and then copy and pasted it to when it came in. I found doing this was useful because it meant that it would sound the same every single time, and it would sort of remove sort of human error in a way, so it would be more consistent. And it and thinking about it, it sounds better like that. And then I've also filled it in and created the track again. But there were certain points where I couldn't really do that. I can only do that in this section because it's sort of a start stop sort of a thing. So there's big sort of sections where the bass isn't playing in the intro and the verse. So it was actually fairly easy to do it. But like for this instrumental bit, I couldn't do it because um, it's all sort of a continuous thing. If I unmute it, done a bit of comping and then got the best parts. But basically for this, these are all the instrumental uh, three times comes around three times. And so what I did, there were three takes of this. So um, I to use all three takes from this instrumental, that instrumental, and that one. So I had 9 total takes of it. Basically, put it all into here. Found the best take. What I did is I used the first half of this take, and then just copied it again for the second take because it's played the same. So this bit of the audio isn't actually being used. This is because it was actually fairly easy to do, um, and it sounded better um, because there's a gap there between that audio to get to restart it again and just do the same thing and play this first half was easy to do. But that's sort of what I did and how I actually created the track. So I did the same here, just comped it, um, and then got the best bits of the audio, and then so on and so on. I did the same for the end as well. Um, but basically, the idea of doing this is then so I can take the best parts, and then so that the track is all together and sounds good, and the playing that is being heard is the best that it can be. Um, and so then I bounced it all, and now it's here as one audio track. And then what I did to this, I have an EQ and a compressor because it was DI'd, so I haven't noise gated it, but so the EQ is just on a bass, sort of boosting up the low frequencies, and then the bit of the mids to sort of get that high. A bit of, often there's like some plucking and some slap and stuff, and having that high frequency raise just sort of raises like the attack a bit of the bass, and then just sort of rolling off the high end because it's not really needed for the bass guitar. And then I've got a compressor as well, Um, it's not compressing too hard. It's just a bit of sort of light compression, but it definitely just sort of tightens up the track a bit and boosts the whole track. And then I've got a noise gate as well. Uh, I believe actually that should be the other way around. Let me just look. Oh no, I'm just being silly. I'm just getting confused. Yes, we have a noise gate. That's sort of just reducing any pops or clicks that might come through just from the playing. And then here we've just got a bass amp, which is set to a 70 solid, with the mic placement quite far away, and I think it's good. It's not super close to the speaker, so that the bass sort of has some free mobility, and I think this amp definitely sort of boosts the bass and gives it some character. So I think it's definitely good. And then here we just have a bus, just with a sub bass here, just to sort of boost up the bass and boost those lower frequencies um, from the bass guitar. And I think that's good. It definitely increases the bass and gives the bass some power and some oomph. So I think that's good. And yeah, that's sort of what I've done with the bass guitar.